Alrighty guys, we're going to try this again. What's going on everyone? It's K. I am in the T and Kim out of Tennessee, and I am just bursting with joy right now, even though it's after midnight and I'm extremely tired, not physically but emotionally. Tony Robbins wore me out. And he did something. He made me do something that I do not like to do, which is get in my emotions, get in my feelings. And I'll tell you why, okay? So if you're watching on YouTube, this originally began as a Facebook Live. Just bear with me if I shout out some people. Like I said, it's after midnight, so I don't know who's still up. But I may interact with some people, and I don't want you to be like, huh? So here's the deal, guys. Tony Robbins is talking about the fact that many of us try to solve multiple problems in our life as the same personality. But really, we have many different versions of ourselves, right? There's a boss, a bossed up part of ourselves. There's a loving part of ourselves. There's a sensual part of ourselves. There's a mystical, magician, mysterious type part of ourselves. There's many different parts and aspects of our personality, but oftentimes what happens is we try to change problems with the same personality. And he did this exercise, and it was really impactful, and it gave us a lot of insight as to why a lot of times we're not making progress as to resolving situations. So that identifying your different versions of your same self was like, I've heard people say, oh, I have an alter ego, but he really, of course, went in depth and broke it down. But the main thing I wanted to share with you all was something he talked about called stacking positive experiences. So I'm looking at my notes, and he was saying that stacking, whenever you stack experiences, it compounds them, it magnifies them to you. So this is the reason why a lot of times you do find people that are stuck. Oh my gosh, and I am one of those people. Of course, I still have some areas of my life that could be improved upon, and I myself can't figure out why can I not just get over it, get it done, move on. And so this really, really helped me. He talked about the fact that we naturally compound the bad, but we've got to learn to do the same for the good. So it's just like, and you've got to practice over and over and over again. The only way to build a muscle, right, is to push beyond what is comfortable. So the way muscles are born is they have to be kind of like torn, and then in the reparation process, that's how you get stronger. Okay, you have to tear it first. You have to break it down to build it back up again, right? So he said, the way out of suffering is to stack the positive. And he talked about how this group measures activity in the brain and the heart. And if you stack the good, then it unifies the heart and the brain. And so what does this mean? Well, basically what he had us do, and of course you want to emotionalize the experience. So you want to have, oh gosh, the music that he had brought me to tears. He is just a master at changing your emotional state, right? So the lights were low, the music was going, and they actually were doing that hallelujah song, that religious hallelujah song. And he had us put both hands on the heart and reach out and imagine 3 experiences in the past that were good. And I'll tell you my experiences, and he wanted them to be 4 different reasons. Well, did he say that, or did I just make that up in my mind? I wanted 3 different experiences. So I chose the birth of my son, of course, because to me that was just a miracle, to wait so long for a child and then to have him, and just the whole entire process was amazing, an awesome experience. So I chose the birth of my son because that was a miracle manifested here in my life. And then I actually chose, I didn't want to choose this, but it was the thing that came to me. And later on, I resolved my feelings with it. But I actually chose my marriage proposal because at that time I was truly, truly in love. And love is a euphoric feeling. So, I didn't want to choose that because of how it ended up. But still, I do consider myself blessed to have ever experienced love on my end. So my marriage proposal was the second experience. And then the third experience, actually, because he said it can be a distant past experience or it can be a recent one. So the third experience was today, like literally while sitting in the Tony Robbins event. My phone went off and I'm looking down in the messenger and people are saying, congratulations, Kim, congratulations, Kim. And while I'm here in Tennessee, at the Tony Robbins Funnel Hacking Live 2020 event, one of my business partners, Janelle J Baby, who I love so very much, thank you Janelle for the video, she's down at the conference for my company, for our company in Louisiana, and she recorded a video of when they called my name saying that I was one of the people that won the leadership retreat trip for my company. So I am so happy about that. I worked so hard. Well, I shouldn't say I worked so hard. It was something I really desired. I actually couldn't put as much effort into it as I wanted to, because I had some other responsibilities coming out of the holidays. But to win the trip, this is my second year in a row, and this year to win the trip, it was not easy at all. So I was just to find that out, I had to like go out of the room and just kind of do a happy dance by myself and celebrate that win. I'm ecstatic. I'm happy that my teammate went down there, and I could hear her in the video that she recorded saying, congratulations, Kim. And J Baby is one of those people that when you talk, you don't hear her, you feel her. Like you feel, she means every single syllable that comes out of her mouth. So I felt her sincerity in truly wishing me a congratulations. So I chose that because to me that was a feeling of success. I like that feeling of success. So I had a feeling of like a modern miracle, real true blue love on my part, and then success. And so after you have your hands on your heart and you think about those three positive experiences, of course all of this is with your eyes closed. I forgot that. Like I said, the music's going and the lights are down. Hey Jackie Powell, she said congrats again, Kim. Thank you so much, Jackie. I really appreciate you too. Candy and I were laughing about you the other day. Not laughing at you, laughing about you. I'll tell you why later. Although I have a feeling you already know. I love my team. But anyway, so those are the three memories from the past. And then he had us future cast. He had us go into the future and think of all of these images, all of these visions, all of these desires that we have, and of course emotionalize them as if they had happened already right now. And you grab those, it sounds crazy, but you grab those and you put them to your heart and you say yes, and you grab those and you put them to your heart and you say yes, and you're just grabbing those memories. And of course I cannot recreate how I felt, but when I say I don't think that I'm typically an emotional person, and I hate to cry. And y'all, that thing, he got me. He got me because there is so much power in feeling. There's so much power in feeling. And you all know this, but you don't know it. If you know it, but you don't understand it. If you truly understood it, then you would use your feelings in this positive manner versus in a negative way all the time, right? So when I got teary-eyed and everything, it was just like, okay, please stop this, because I think it's the part of me that likes to be in control too. I feel like when I'm emotional and vulnerable, it's a loss of control. Ooh, excuse me. And I don't like that. So finally the lights come up and I'm thinking it's over, like, oh, okay, thank you, please put me out of my misery. It was a good feeling though. Like the positive stacking definitely does work. But then he tells us, of course, turn to your neighbor, and he's like, now tell them, what did he have us tell them? Tell us something. Why you wanna succeed, who you're doing it for, and what's the solution to one of your major obstacles. And so the gentleman who was next to me, he looks like The Rock. He really does look like he's related to The Rock. So he went first, and the way he said he was doing this for his wife and his kids, and oh my gosh, the way he talked about his wife and his family and his drive and his love for his family, it broke me all the way down. I love I love with every fiber of my being to hear a man and woman who are both truly in love, like, talk about it. I love to hear the respect on top of the adoration, on top of the passion, on top of everything. I love to hear when somebody just like has a visceral like feeling. I can't even articulate exactly what I want to say, but that entrances me to witness and to hear people that really seem to love each other. Even though his wife wasn't here, the way he talked about her and he talked about her family, it just, woo! It was beautiful. And that broke me down because I'm happy for his wife, and I felt his heart. And he was, like a macho type dude and stuff. I didn't know that he had gone that deep in the exercise. And so when it came my time, I told him some things, and I just lost it. I am normally a person that holds stuff in, and I guess this was just my time to release. I lost it. And he was like, bring it on in, bring it on in. And I wept in that man's jacket. I have to laugh at myself. I wept in that man's jacket, and he let me do it, and I needed it. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it was a very cathartic experience. I definitely will be stacking the positive again, because whether we know it or not, we do unconsciously do these things that thwart our progress toward the desires, the goals, and things that we say we want. Okay, so now I've got to be more present. And the more I learn about how the brain works, the more I learn about myself and how to control my emotional states. And I don't want to say manipulate, but direct my emotions, the better I will just get at doing it. It'll go from being something that I conscientiously have to do to being something that is just unconscious. Like now that becomes a part of my very being. So that was awesome. And there's so many things I could just say about this day. Oh my gosh, this experience was so much more than I bargained for. Were there sacrifices? Shoot, yeah. Like, my son almost had to come with me. Thank God for my mom, because that would not have been the best option. But I knew one thing: I was not letting anything stop me from getting here. And I am so, like, literally, I do not have one bad thing to say about this experience. Russell Brunson and them thought of everything. I was happy, I was safe, I was stimulated, creatively, awesome networking, wonderful environment, and then Russell Brunson, the master of culture, this was pure genius. He passes out these packets at the end, big white envelopes. They have a pen in it, it has a paper. I have it. And so basically, the packet is like, he's like, okay, so this is what you're going to do. This is how Russell Brunson futurecast you, okay? He's like, what you're going to do, we have these packets. My team is coming down the aisle with them right now. And there's a pen in there, and there's a paper. Everything is branded. And so the packet has the pen, of course, with ClickFunnels. It has a brochure for you to go ahead and sign up for Funnel Hacking Live for next year at a discounted rate. That's especially for this event. And then if you think you don't want to go, I mean, like, he assumes the sale. He is the master at assuming the sale. There is an art and science to doing that, and he has mastered it. This man who looks like he's 12 has mastered it. And so he had us complete this thing. You open it up, it's very simple, and he had us complete this thing, which basically says, like, on March 9th. Like, you don't get no more definite than that. On March 9th, 2021. 2021. We will gather again as funnel hackers. What will have had to happen in your life, both personally and professionally, for you to be happy, for you to feel happy with your progress. And then you say dear, and you put your name there, and then you put it in the box. So dear Kim, This will have had to have happened for me to feel happy with my progress. And then on the next page, you put, what are you going to do to make that vision become a reality? This is my commitment to myself. And then you sign it. Now, you guys don't understand how powerful this seems like a little piece of paper, but it's really like a marriage license to come to the next event. It's like, you're making a commitment. And then you had you go ahead and address the envelope to yourself with your name and your address. Put the name on paper in the envelope, give it to his people, and he said, we're going to mail these to you in a year. Now, you want to talk about some accountability? Do you know what's going to happen when a year from now, either people will have honored their commitments and they will feel absolutely amazing. But let's be real, okay? The majority of people are going to get this envelope in the mail and they're going to feel like poo-poo. They are going to feel horrible because they're going to be like, oh my gosh, I remember, and he purposefully said it. He said, while we are in this highly charged, positive, emotional state, I want you to feel those feelings and I want you to document them right now. So what will happen is next year, people will get this envelope in the mail. They will remember that at the time that they wrote those words to themselves as a commitment, they signed it. They will remember all of the emotions that they have been anchored to this day, and they will say, okay, dang on it, a whole year has passed by and I did not keep my commitment to myself. No more. This year I'm doing it. And they're going to come back. I mean, I know exactly what he did, and it's amazing. It seems like nothing to most people. I get that. I understand that. But, I mean, there are so many things. Like, I did the exercises, but I also analyzed them. I'm looking at everything through a true blue marketer's eyes, and I have so much information to use and implement, again, not only in my team, but also with my customers. Like, this is truly a community, the funnel hackers. Whether it was your first year or your 5th year, I just cannot say enough. And then to top it all off, like, one of the leaders in my former company, I saw him on the first day, but I couldn't catch up to him. And I caught up to him today, and I just thanked him for a nugget that he dropped in Atlanta in a meeting years ago. And then he was most gracious, and we started talking, and he helped me out with something that I am so appreciative to. And then we actually went to dinner, and I was able to he's really, really experienced in my profession and many other things. So just to have that alone time to really dig deep, into some things. And I appreciate him being very open. He's very open. He's very candid. He's very punchy in the gut, which y'all know that's my thing. I don't have a problem with that. So, yeah, we just finished dinner not too long ago. There are still people here networking. I am on a high that I hope doesn't burn me tomorrow. Because I have to drive from Nashville to Atlanta to Savannah because it's back to mommy mode, like all this funnel hacking stuff. My son don't care about none of that. He don't care about me winning the trip. He don't care about who I had dinner with. He could care less. Okay. He's gonna be like, you got my lunch done. Thank you, Marsha. What's going on, family? Hey, do you have your rank makers ticket? We got to get ours. But I'm sure you're gonna get yours. So I'll see you in a few months, because time waits for no one. I'll see you in a few months, sis. Marsha said, hi, Kim. You are a rock star. Yeah, I can be a rock star. Well, first of all, thank you. I received that. But yeah, my son don't care about that. He gonna be like, that's mommy. So in 24 hours, reality is going to smack me right in my pointy nose. It's all good, though. I miss him so much. I'll be so happy to see him. He not FaceTime, because I don't have an iPhone, but he did video calls with me and made the funniest messages that I laughed so hard that I cried. He's hilarious. I wonder where he gets it from. But, yeah, guys, listen, I'm not saying you have to come to ClickFunnels, because definitely this advanced method of, like, implementing automation into your business is not for everyone. This is a game where you have to pay to play, baby. But I would rather pay with my money than pay with my time, because I don't have much time. pretty soon my son is not going to want to be around me. He's going to want to hang out with his friends. And I want so much to enjoy all the time that I have with him, because you can never take a moment for granted. And I'm not saying this because of Kobe and Gigi. Definitely, my prayers are with his wife right now, who's probably thinking, dog, this time last week, he was still alive. Like, how do you not think about that? I think it, in a sense, kind of haunts you. You know what I'm saying? But also people who don't have time with people that they once loved, that are still living for whatever reason. Maybe you fell out with a person, or maybe, like, you just never know how quickly life can change and situations can change, and your different relationships can change, whether the person is alive or has transitioned. And so I don't want to miss a moment with my son. I'm not going to. He's my only child, and I love him so much, and I'm doing this for him. And I'm so thankful to my mom, that even though she definitely doesn't understand me a lot of times, she's like, not kidding. But I'm happy that she's always had my back, because I don't have a lot of people that have my back. But my mom and my team, my clients, I'm just so grateful. I am so beyond, I feel like my heart is like bursting right now. I'm so grateful, so grateful, so grateful. I have a long road ahead of me, but the road that I've already traveled, I'm like, honestly so grateful, so grateful, so grateful. So it doesn't have to be funnel hacking live, y'all, but I strongly encourage you to get into a different environment, meet some new people, learn some things about how your brain works, how your body works, and piggyback off of the expertise and the wisdom of others who have gone before you and gotten the results that you desire, so that you can compress time. I say it all the time, compress time frames, and so that you won't have to spend so much time when really, relatively speaking, you could in turn just pay a little bit of money. Because this event right here, priceless to me. I will remember this day. Like I said, having that emotion with Tony Robbins jumping up and down, and then finding out I won the trip, and then having J Baby be the one to, if y'all know J Baby, y'all know what I mean. But it was just, every part of this day was such a huge blessing. Such a huge blessing. And I'm so insanely happy that I started this journey in MLM long ago. And definitely proud of myself that I didn't quit all the many times that I thought about quitting. It's been hard, but it's been worth it. So anyway, guys, I don't know how I'm gonna get to sleep tonight. Oh, all right, this is the foodie in me. Then I told you I went to dinner, conversation was great, yada yada yada, but this shrimp and grits right here from Jack Daniels, baby, and I ate a lot. It doesn't look like I ate a lot, but I ate a lot. Ooh, these shrimp are huge, and these are cheesy grits. Yeah, don't worry about me. I got my detox too. Alrighty, this is probably I shouldn't eat this tonight, but that's gonna be good in the morning. I don't even need to heat that up straight from the fridge to get in my belly. Lord, please don't let me oversleep. But check out, please. Thank you so much. Amen. All right, y'all, let me go. Hey, listen, if you're watching on Facebook and you enjoyed this, click follow and see first. And if you're watching on YouTube, why don't you hit subscribe and bang the bell to the right, ding dong, so every time I upload a new video, you'll be the first to know. Bye, y'all.